Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jung Hoseok, Park Jimin, Kim Taehyung, John Jungkook, BTS. Yeah, I used this. This is gonna be a long story time, I think, maybe. I think it's gonna be quite long. But there's also gonna be some rants in here as well. Not at BTS before anyone says anything, but it's gonna have some rants in there. And it's mainly about the venue and stuff. I'm just waiting for my sister to arrive here. She wants to join in with all the ranting. But I will let y'all know what happened at the BTS concert. The boys are back! Hey, it's your Scouts K-pop fangirl Holly over here, and today I and my sister are going to talk about the BTS concert. So, the first thing that really happened was basically just the travel there. It's not really that exciting, but we did get an upgrade in our room. So
free upgrade.
So you'll see in my vlog when I post that. So we obviously thought oh yeah, we're just gonna get a small normal hotel room with 2 single beds or whatever. And then we looked in and it was basically a mini flat. And it was okay. So that was fun. And it was thanks for giving us this free thing. Okay.
But
he was just
nowhere to eat nearby besides the pub next door.
Which shut at 11.
We'll
get to that, yeah. So we obviously were really happy with this upgrade because we were wow, we have big space. We have two, well, I mean, I had 2 single beds pushed together, so I was
I had massive bed. I could starfish.
But I'm assuming the upgrade was a room for 3 people, but no. It was only 2. But anyway, so yeah, that was the first really big thing that happened. The only thing that really went down was during yesterday, Wednesday. So we saw BTS on the 10th of October. We went to see them, or we went down to London on the 9th when they were playing that night as well. And so on the morning of when we woke up on the 10th, I was looking up videos or whatever just to see what was happening at the concert last night, and then I heard about Jungkook getting injured, and I was and I heard he had cried as well, and I was oh no!
It was such a shame.
So he cried during the thank you speeches because he cried during thank you speeches in another song, because he felt bad that he couldn't dance, and obviously Jungkook is known for his dancing, so it was very upsetting. But so we woke up about 3:30ish, and we were originally gonna wake up. We were originally gonna wake up at 5.
Which I normally do.
Yeah. So I just woke up and I was just I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not gonna bother sleeping, which I wish I did. But so I was just let's just check my phone and all this stuff. And then I look to my side because I hear movement, and then she wakes up, and then we're should we just get the first train that's going? And she was just sure, why not? So we got the 5:20 train, and we got there about 5:30, so we were waiting in that line since 5:30 yesterday morning. Oh
and
no.
That's where the fun begins.
So, well, the line started moving very quickly, and we were oh my god, this is great, because we met a girl, and she was
first 500 people get to stay inside for the day.
And then
there's a whole load of restaurants and a cinema inside, so it's almost as if we would get a privilege if we were the first 500 people. And where we were actually part of the first 500. So we got in about 9 o'clock.
So she had told us after you get, because you were supposed to get a wristband, and you were able to walk around wherever freely, and we were oh great, so once we get in and get our wristband and stuff, it would be the GOT7 concert where it's numbered and then you can just leave and come back. No. Not
was
at all.
dreadful.
So, obviously, as I said, we were in that line from 5:30, and we were pretty, like, there was already a line up where the stadium was, but then there was, like, we were probably about 5 rows behind where the barricade was, stopping us to, like, obviously move forward. So we were like, oh, great, this is great. Like, I think there's only, like, 100 people up there and stuff.
But then
so,
when they went in, we were the first group to get put in
Mhm.
next. We were literally the first group.
So we were like, yes, this is great. And then we got in, and then we got put in this room,
It wasn't even a room, it was just the middle of the hall.
which was being currently
Reconstruction.
with like parts of the roof kind of coming off and stuff as well, and
there was like dust everywhere.
sawdust, because there were people like working on it like as we were sitting there, and so we were like, oh well, I mean, we're only gonna be waiting here for like maybe about an hour or something like that, so we can get the wristband. No. So
Apparently, this is what we ended up finding out. We ended up having to sit there from 9 till 5. 2 of those hours, we weren't allowed out of line to go to the bathroom or get anything to eat or drink. Holly nearly fainted.
So I was standing there, and obviously none of us were allowed to move at first. And this woman came over, like trying to move people, just to try and like, you know, shift people to make room. And she was like, "Oh, sit down, you'll be here for a while." And we were like, "What?" Like, I mean, it might, like, like, in my head I was like, okay, she's probably just meaning like for another hour. And then she was just like, "You're gonna be here for a while." And obviously, since I hadn't eaten and I get ill really easily, I was just sitting there, and I literally just had to. Well, I was standing because there was literally no room to sit down, but I literally just had to sit down, and everyone was like, "Oh, is she okay?" And
People were handing out. There was a few people that had heard about what happened the day before. We had not.
No.
So we weren't prepared. These people were. They came over to hand out, to give her food and water and...
So the first thing I had yesterday, and I think the last thing I had yesterday, or I only had 2 things yesterday.
Me too.
It was a Nutrigrain bar or something like that. Like, it was just like a nutritious bar, which was like this size, and then part of a roll and ham. That was it. So
yeah, I was the same. I had a roll and a Jaffa cake.
So like we were like, okay, this is terrible. Like, what? Like, how? Like, I was feeling really bad, and like I had to sit down for so long, but everyone was like patting me on the back, being like, you're okay, let's do this, you can do it. So I was like, ugh. So I just sat, and like everyone tried to be like, yo, like, can we get some help? But nope, no one gave us help. So we were just like, what do we do? So we were standing in that line, and we were with like 3 groups of people, at like start, middle, and end. So at the start, we were obviously with that girl that we met, who was telling us with the whole 500 people thing.
And then we ended up with another group bundled together to go in with them. And we just kind of stuck together for a bit. But then everyone started pushing forward, as you know, people tend to do if they get a bit excited and things, and try and skip forward and things. So we ended up actually losing them because they got shoved even further forward.
Obviously,
And we ended up moving back and sitting with another bunch of girls,
which we ended up with for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
But we obviously, like, every time the staff would do something, everyone would obviously stand up and move. Obviously making people skip forward and stuff, but
and then we'd end up getting pushed further back
because they'd be like, move back, and obviously some people wouldn't move back, so we were like, and it was,
we would do it because, you know, it was the right thing to do.
But we were also waiting for them to move because we were frustrated that we were having to move because we had already gone further back than
and
what we
also
were.
couldn't move because no one else was moving.
So like a lot of the group that we were with were literally going, move back, and they just would not move. And they could, like, they started handing out the banners that everyone that BTS made, and everyone obviously shot up and started moving again, but the thing they could have done was gone, we're only handing out banners, no one stand up, just put your hand up if you want one, that's it. No, not not simple enough, you know? Like, they'll yell at us for moving back and forward or whatever, but, you know, they can't tell us simple facts like, oh, we're just giving out
There's actually a couple
flyers.
of times as well. They told us to move back, and then they told us to move forward, and then they shouted at us for moving forward, so told us to move back again.
I honestly think they were doing it for the fun of it.
They were horrible. Like, we tried to speak to them as well, and they said that they didn't care about what we were saying. I heard them saying to one girl that we're animals and that's why we're being kept in pens. Holly also heard one person mumble saying stupid teenagers.
Something like that. Like, it was something
like... I'd like to point
like...
out that I'm 24 nearly.
And I'm 20 next year.
So you're still a stupid teenager.
Shut up. But it was something like stupid teenager, or like stupid girls, or something like that. Like, it was something like horrible. Like, he obviously like walked away and was just like, like, it was just like...
I get that pushing and shoving is dangerous.
Like,
but the fact that we're trying to bring it up as well,
I know,
saying that we're not happy with it and we're actually trying to go with it, go with what they're wanting us to do.
It's horrible.
And they're still treating us terribly. It was dreadful.
Like, I know...
There was like, by the end of it, before we started eventually actually getting into the whole bit, there was like me and about 5 other girls around me that all just started crying because we just had enough, and I'm pretty sure people went home because they were...
I almost started crying because she was crying, because she doesn't cry. Well, I mean, you do cry a lot, but like, not stuff like that.
Disney movies.
Shut up. No, you do cry a lot. Shut up. No, but she doesn't cry that much at stuff like that, and I was like... But I almost cried, but I held it together. But I am someone who doesn't get angry easily, and that whole situation made me so angry, and I just wanted to... But, like, when I get angry, and if I had something in my hand, I would have been like...
Oh, I was ready to thump them.
But, like, I can't remember what you said, or, like, what I was gonna say, because you kept interrupting me. But, like, wait, no, shut up. So when the banners were getting held out, so like everyone was asking this guy, being like, so why aren't we doing a number system and stuff like this? And he was like, oh, like we weren't like told to do that. And then everyone was like, but they did it in America, so how would that work? Like, I'm pretty sure every single concert will be numbered with wristbands, besides this one. But, so he, like, everyone was like, oh, what's going on? Like, why are we not doing a numbered system and whatnot? And he literally said, your band, this company, literally told us not to. And we were like, what? And he literally
Some people actually kind of believed that. I had to tell them all, because that is a load of rubbish, you know. BTS go up on stage, perform, and leave.
Literally,
they have nothing to do with how venues organise the way that people get in.
That makes people think as well that BTS wants us to feel like this. So that literally makes people think that BTS were wanting us to feel like cages, like animals in cages.
Like, this is literally the venues that have to organise how people are getting in. It has nothing to do with Big Hit or BTS.
And like people on Twitter were asking like, oh, when do the times, like what time does it open and stuff? And it was like, oh, the doors open at 4 and it starts at 7:30. And then someone was like, oh, I thought it started at 5, or like the doors open at 5 and then starts at 8. And then they were like, official times will be released soon. And it's like, why did you bother replying if you didn't know? And so as we were in that line, my sister called my mom, being like, yo, like what? Like, I'm really annoyed about what's happened. So my mom called the O2, being like, yo, listen. So I have 2 daughters, right, in this line, and they've just told me that they're not allowed out of line. We had a raffle ticket, being like, you know, this is your place, but that doesn't work. At all. So we got this raffle ticket, and I'm pretty sure if you used it too much, they would have been like, no, you're out. Bye.
See, they weren't letting anyone... And
after 3.
It stopped after 3. If you left that queue, you weren't getting back in.
Although some people still got back in.
That's probably because...
I'm pretty sure people left and still got back in, though.
probably snuck in when no one was looking.
But there were a whole bunch of people. When everyone was moving, they would obviously, since the barriers were not like nailed to the ground or anything, everyone was moving them and rushing through like to skip past people. And it was like, why? Like, can you not just stay where you are? And you just really want to just like, I get
I was more than happy to be at the back where we kind of ended up last, but I wasn't happy with how it happened. If I had gotten in there, if that is where I was when I first got in, fine, whatever, you know, because, you know, we still got we were going to get a really good view either way. But the fact that we were so far ahead and then suddenly...
so far back.
Yeah, it was disgraceful.
And the fact we got moved to the back was also pretty much the O2's fault, but we'll get to that later on. So it's just really annoying how everyone would skip and all this stuff and no one would move, and it's just like, can you just be nice like how you were outside? Because everyone was so nice outside and stuff, and then after you're actually like getting in there, you're just like, I want to skip in front of these people. And it's like, and I'm pretty sure during when people were coming in and out of line, they were literally skipping through people, like, slowly. Because I was seeing people coming through to, like, where we were, and I was like, I've never seen you. And our section was getting busier and busier. And it was like, are you actually kidding me?
But
like,
see, the thing is, though, is like, although our section kept getting busier, no one said anything.
Nope.
Unless everyone stood up. And then they just tell us to sit back down. They didn't actually move anyone.
Nope. And then someone
and then
was sick as well.
Back. Yeah.
Someone was sick, and like they had to call someone over.
Yeah, like one of the girls in our group got out to go and find someone to help.
But it's just horrible that they literally treated us like that from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. Like, that's way too much. Like, do they not know what human rights means? Like, it's bad enough that we were I mean, I love BTS with all of my heart, but I would never do that again. Like, and
it's not worth
call me not dedicated or whatever, but like, that is horrible.
It's not worth it. I would not do it for any of my favourite bands. I would not go through that again. I was actually tempted to go home.
I was just tempted to go to the back anyway.
And I kind of hope for a refund. But I know that's definitely not Big Hit's fault, so...
No. But it's just bad enough that we know that we're not going to get that time back. Which we could have used, like, you know...
to go travelling, because we never really see London. I mean, we don't live down there.
Like, even when we were outside, I was like, oh, there's a cost over there. I feel like we should go over there, which I wish we did beforehand. But obviously we didn't know that all of that was going to happen. But it was also kind of annoying that everyone was like, oh yeah, this happened yesterday. And didn't tell us. Yeah, and didn't tell us. And it was just, I mean, they might have thought like, oh yeah, maybe they're actually going to do it better this time, but...
It's still worth a heads up, just in case.
Yeah. But... yeah, the O2 just did a bad job. I'm not saying every single staff member either.
Yeah, you got some nice ones.
Like, there was a woman who's, like, listening and trying to calm everyone down, and then as we were walking past, like, one of the guys was just like, oh, I hope you have a nice time and stuff. But, so we obviously get into the venue finally, and we're quite close to the stage. I think we're about 4 rows behind. We're in now, and look how close we are! So this will be fun. Yeah, Run is playing right now. Where the barrier is, but because of the O2 and everything that happened, I started to feel faint. I started to feel faint, and everyone was trying to fan me and stuff as well, which I appreciated, but at the same time, everyone was obviously pressed against each other so much, and I'm like, why do you have to do that at the very start of a concert?
Can I just say, though, we were in there from about 5:30, and stood for about an hour before Holly started getting faint.
I tried to cope with it.
Like, for me, I'm used to concerts like that, starting still being cramped from the very beginning before the band's even on. But, see, for some people, it's just...
too much.
Yeah.
because as I said earlier, I get ill really easily, so obviously not having anything to drink or eat obviously just put me in a really bad state. And everyone was like really trying to fan me and like trying to calm me down, and I really tried to kind of take it away from me, and everyone was like saying like, oh, count like the logos and like say them in your head and all this stuff. And I really wish I could have just sat down for the time, but obviously there was no space. So I got a few drinks of water and stuff, but there was a point, like, we were like, oh, hey, we need a drink of water here, but they literally said there's none left. They had only given out, like, 3 cups.
They refused to give out water until it came to a point where I was screaming at them to get water.
Excuse me!
Like, proper screaming at them, to the point where other people were screaming at them to get water for her.
And then someone was about to have an asthma attack, I'm pretty sure, as well, because obviously she's probably in the sawdust.
And this was all because
of what we had to go through.
Everything that was happening, and before the show even
and, like,
started.
this girl...
Normally you expect people to be taken out of a show fainting during a show because it's getting too hot. The fact it was happening before is an absolute...
But this girl was so excited to see them so close, and she was like crying literally, and she obviously had to go, like, she went through that and was probably put to the very back as well.
Or even kicked out if she wasn't able to breathe.
I think she was fine when that happened. But so I started feeling faint, and then I had to be taken out. But again, people wouldn't move because they didn't believe me. Like, they would literally, like, look at me like, what do you want?
Me and two of the girls that were behind us were like, move out the way!
Because, like, they were literally looking at me like, what, do you want to the front? Well, too bad. And I was like, I need to go! And they were just like, and then you were like, she's about to faint! And then they were just like, oh, and then moved. And it was just like...
It's like, I get that you want to keep your space, but at least have some courtesy for people that don't feel well.
And then, obviously, I got out and all that stuff. But, ran over. It's just horrible, but what can you do? It's all over now, I guess.
It's all over now.
No.
So anyway, the good part.
Yeah. So, before, obviously, I started feeling faint and stuff, I've got a few videos of it. You actually will see how close we were compared to how far we ended up. But, as before I got faint and stuff, they were playing obviously like the music videos on like the big like TV type things, and everyone was literally going, like, when Fake Love started, everyone was going Fake Love.
It was also really funny because in that part of Blood, Sweat, Tears where Namjoon is speaking, we were speaking along with it, and so I was like, they know the words. That's dedication.
He too was a tempter. He too was the link to the second, the evil world with which I no longer wanted to have anything to do.
We spoke that part, and they were like, they know that whole bit.
They literally just went, that's dedication right there. And everyone actually in the line that we talked to, they were like, oh, so how long have you been in army? And we were like, 4 years, and they were like,
really?
What?
Only been a year.
But it was like, but yeah, I think that's the other sucky thing of obviously having to go out, because obviously I've known them for that long, and it's just like, oh.
Although it was a good time at the back. We had a great week. There was space to dance. That's much better than being cramped.
But yeah, so we obviously get to the end, and we meet 2 other girls back in the back, and like, they had a mother with them as well, and I like sat down again because like I was just obviously like trying to get like fully ready for it and stuff. And she was like, oh, just like put your like knees like up and then put your head down, and then like obviously your blood will go to your head and stuff and all this stuff. So she was just trying to like obviously help me out and stuff. And we just talked to these 2 girls, but we didn't really talk to them that long because the concert started. And yeah, that's the end of the story. Bye! I don't want to talk about it.
Vito.
Stop. Well, like, where's my phone? Where is my phone? Like... so, say once again, who's your bias?
J-Hope.
Mine I mean, no, for ages I was like, I don't know, it's usually V, I think, but it's definitely confirmed it's V. The amount of times I screamed, although I screamed a lot for Jimin.
Cried at
Stop.
Epiphany.
Stop. We'll get to that.
No,
Shush. Shut up. So the first song is Idol. So oh yeah, so we tried to like split it for solos. So we were like half of like the two of us will try and halfly like film Jungkook's.
I did not.
I filmed it though. Not all of it. Like I didn't film a lot
Right.
of stuff.
Go,
Wait,
go.
I'm just saying I didn't film all of their performances, but I filmed some parts of like the good stuff. And then I had V, Jimin, and Suga.
I had J-Hope, Namjoon, and Jin.
So we tried to like split it up a little bit, and we just kind of both tried to film separate things. Like I looked at her being like, "Do you want to film this one?" And then she was like, "Do you want to film this one?" So we just all filmed
It was a
different
song
things.
that I really liked.
But yeah, so Idol started, and you've got like all the sparky things and the fire coming out and stuff. And it was just like, but like this, like obviously the first stage was really far, so like we could hardly see it. One single anime. What? One single anime tier. So obviously it was a bit far, and obviously we couldn't really see it. But like with the big screen was like, they also had this really cool VCR as well. They would have like the kind of galactical thing they would do, like with Jimin's music video and stuff. What are you doing? Why? Oh yeah, I can take mine off.
I cannot.
So we were just like dancing along. Obviously, it's like the first song, so it's like woohoo. And then they do their like hi speeches, which were really cute. I literally like in my head I can't remember what happened, but I know when I watch the video I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Shut up, Malfoy.
That was at the end.
I don't care. It was perfect.
So like nothing really like massive happened for like the first 3 songs, but I'm Fine is beautiful. Beautiful. I love I'm Fine. It's I think one of my favorite songs right now from BTS, like one of their like newest songs. I'm feeling just fine. So Save Me was really good. I'm Fine was really good. she's really weird. And then they had their little ment thing, and then they did Magic Shop. And they played their first VCR, which was Jungkook and
J-Hope.
yeah. So J-Hope was first, and she got the whole thing. I don't know how, but I mean, saying that, I filmed for 10 minutes, so. But so J-Hope was first. Say what you want.
I like J-Hope because no, oh my god, he was wonderful. He's such a performer though. Like, it livens up the stage so easily. Just watching him dance and everything, and honestly, his dancing is so smooth. It's incredible. What? Don't interrupt me when I'm talking about
it's about
J-Hope.
J-Hope. It's about J-Hope. The introduction speeches. I'm your hope. You're my hope. I'm Jay, and everyone like goes hope.
I'm your hope. You're my hope. I'm Jay.
That's it. That's all I wanted. I really love J-Hope's dancing. Like, he was performing on this big white platform thing, and I actually thought he was gonna fall off. I was like, oh my god! So Euphoria was after that, and Jungkook was obviously sitting, obviously not being able to perform the dance. He was obviously sitting down, and everyone was giving him massive cheers, and I was really happy for that because obviously he would have felt really bad because of not being able to perform, so it was quite sad that he was obviously feeling really down for it, and you could kind of tell that he just was not happy at all. But he still had fun.
Jungkook was amazing.
His voice is angel. And he was just like and I got some of Euphoria, and I got like the high note bit, the you are the cause of my euphoria. You just hear like all the fans trying to do it, and it's like same.
You are the cause of my euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria came on, and we were just like Jungkookie, and we were just like so he obviously went off after, and I can't remember the next song. Oh, I Need You and Run. So that was obviously a blast to the past because so that was kind of like where their journey really started. Like, that's when they started really getting popular after. I Need You came on, and everyone was like, whoa! Because obviously, again, it's a blast to the past, so it was like so it was like it was really fun and really happy to hear it, and everyone was just kind of standing around and like, I need you, girl. Then Run came on, and again, it's like where their big journey started, and it was like, I love this group. And it was just really nice, and it was just really good to see them all like perform. And I think it was either I Need You or Run where V came over to the side section at first, and then that's when I started losing myself. So
Proper went bananas.
Hmm?
Proper went bananas.
I literally, I grabbed her by the arm when he came over to, where we were originally, and then I literally just went, oh my god, V's right there! Literally like that. But obviously a lot
I did the same
louder.
to her, though, when they were playing the music videos at the start and War of Hormone came on.
Oh my god, War of Hormone! But, I was just like, oh my god, V! And, yeah, you could tell that V is my bias. That looks really wrong. So you could kind of tell that V was my bias, but a lot of people would probably think it's Jimin. If you listen to, I'm gonna put the clip right here on what I screamed at for Jimin. Jimin! Literally, I literally was going, look at this beautiful man, Jimin! Look at that beautiful man! It was so funny. But, clip. But, so, I Need You and Run were, beautiful. And then, okay, Serendipity. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much perfect.
So
Jimin lifting up his shirt and all that. I don't appreciate that.
I did not pay attention to
No!
that. I was too
No!
busy being happy.
I just remembered this. During Idol, V stuck his tongue out, and I was like, that was the first time I grabbed you. I was like, V just stuck his tongue out. I do not like this man. I'm pretty sure I have that on video as well. V
I
just
missed pretty much all these sexual moments that get mentioned.
V just literally got hit, and I was like,
I watched J-Hope dancing.
and then Jimin did this thing, I didn't catch it because I stopped recording pretty much right before he did it, but he literally just did that whole thing that he did in Blood, Sweat, Tears where they go to the ground and starts grinding on it, and I was like, no! I do not appreciate you doing this. But, you know,
look on Holly's face, because I turned around and she was like,
I was like,
no way!
because, it's such, a sweet song as well, and then you just,
Get Jimin.
no. But I did get his, little high note bit, and he was like, so smiley and happy. I thought you said Jesus. And then it was Ratmon's song, Love, which I feel like I can't remember. I don't know why.
I remember him taking off his jacket off one shoulder.
Oh yeah, I was like, Jimin! It was because, Jimin in Blood, Sweat, Tears is always showing off the shoulder.
No, his song was really good though.
Yeah.
He was so hype on stage.
but he's got really good stage presence, I think, as well. And like he's just a perfect performer. He was made for the stage.
Wait, did you call him Rat Monster or did you say RM? Or did you say Namjoon?
I can't remember. I think I called him Rat Monster. Don't hate me for that because
Sometimes
as I said,
you just forget.
as I said, I've been in army for 4 years. I'm used to saying Rat Monster. But I'll try to call him Namjoon or RM, but yeah. So Love was a great song. I love.
love.
So that was a really cool song. I just really can't remember it in my head right now. I feel when I'll add some clips to when we actually get to like
The good
the
thing
clips, but
with Namjoon though is that is although he doesn't really have that much to do on stage, he still knows how to liven it up. Like, you know,
he makes people hype.
J-Hope's got the dancing and Jimin and all that have dancing whatever, and RM's just going about the stage like, hiya, here I am. And it's like, oh, we see you.
Oh yeah, we see you. But yeah, it's I love our English king. So then DNA came on. I can't remember like VCRs and stuff, but like I did get clips of the next VCR that comes on after. But DNA came on and I was like, DNA! And that was fun. I'm really trying to remember which ones didn't come on and which did because they've all swapped around. But DNA came on and then Boy in Love was played, which I was really surprised about because I
was
didn't think
so
they were gonna play it.
happy they played that just so I could scream out Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, ha! And then they also did Blood, Sweat and Tears. They were all like really short, so like there's nothing really thingy for it. But they also played Fire. They played Dope as well. And then I think they did another like Mint thing, and then they got into Airplane Part 2. And then that was fun because obviously you've got the whole like Jimin thing, like sitting like with the microphone, which I got. But like there's just the like everyone was like Wah! Like oh, there's just it's fun. But Jungkook's just like sitting there like hello. But yeah, so Airplane Part 2 finished. Yeah, nothing really exciting. Like not like all like Airplane Part 2 was one of the full ones that were played in that section, but like it wasn't really like massive or anything like that. Like there was nothing really like huge to like say. Like I'll put clips again after every song that I mention if we have them. And then
it's time to face Taehyung.
So the VCR starts playing, and like every time a song would stop, I literally turned to her and be like, I'm not ready. I don't want it. And then like the VCR started playing and I was like, no! I'm pretty sure any person near me will literally just hear in their video, no!
Does this girl like V?
And then I'm pretty sure in one of my videos I literally say, I don't like V anymore! Or like, I hate you, V! And then I'm pretty sure I corrected myself afterwards, being like, I'm sorry, I love you. But so I filmed the VCR. The VCR was so long, but it was really creepy.
It was.
But it was like really like aesthetically pleasing because V is in it.
performance was incredible though.
So I was trying to film the whole thing. I literally gave her my Bangtan bomb because I was like, okay, I'ma just give you this and then I can film the whole thing. And then I did this thing, like, I was like filming for the first like 2 minutes, I think it was. And then like I moved my finger on the screen by accident because I was trying to like focus on it, but then it went like to the slow-mo thing and I was like, oh no. And then I recorded the rest of it. Yeah, and then I recorded the rest of it and then I looked back just in case like maybe I clicked it like by accident being like stop recording. No, I didn't record like most of it. I was like, oh no. Also, the amount of times that they would come over to our section during these like little songs, I hate V. He's not my bias. No one likes V. Oh, I literally said this to her. I was like, since obviously Jin was my last bias before V, I literally said to her, I was like, Jin and V are gonna do something to try and mess up my bias list. So then Jin and V, I didn't get this on camera sadly, but Jin and V literally go like look at each other and then look at the camera and then kind of look back at each other and like grind towards each other, and I was like, ow. But I was literally like, are you kidding me? Why? I was not happy. Although happy at the same time. But I was like, are you actually joking me right now? I do not appreciate this. Also appreciate it very much. But then they played the next sexy song being Fake Love.
That was
And
a good one. That was a really good one.
and then like V literally just goes off for like 2 seconds, then you just hear No and literally everyone just goes, oh my god, and then like you hear like the whole fan chant thing being like da 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 fake love. But then Seesaw started playing.
Seesaw, it's amazing.
That's out of the rappers, that's my favorite one to have seen performed, I think.
Suga performed it really well.
Because obviously you never really hear Suga sing, so hearing him sing was like...
It was such a chilled out performance though in a way as well.
Yeah.
Like although
he
was
literally...
dancing and he had that bit with the chair being lifted up, it was still so chilled out, you're like...
He literally came up
Sleeping
lying down.
TV.
Like, isn't that just Suga?
It's my life.
I actually said this to her, I was like, I feel like I didn't scream for Suga at all, but it was probably because I'm getting confused because I probably screamed Yoongi more than anything. I don't know why.
Or Augusty.
Yeah. But yeah, Suga was a beautiful human and his red hair.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get to the one...
The one and only Epiphany by
Euphoria.
Jean. Holly kept calling it Euphoria.
Yeah, I said on the vlog, I was like, what's your favorite song to see have, like, what was your favorite one to see performed? And she was like, The Truth Untold, and I was like, I liked Euphoria. I meant Epiphany. What was your favorite song?
The Truth Untold.
Mine was Euphoria. I cried during that one. Whoops. So, Epiphany started, and obviously I was like really prepared. I was like, okay, I know if I'm gonna cry anything from this concert, it will be this song. Yeah. So, like, Jin came out, and I actually didn't know that Jin could play the piano. So, he came out, obviously playing this piano, and I was like, oh my god. And then that's when I started feeling very, very emotional. And after I kept having tears, but they kept disappearing. And then after a lot of the fans started singing, that's when my that's when my tears really started. And
I just turned around and laughed at her.
no, you literally looked around and you were like, because I was like, Jen.
You big girl.
Shut up. But it was just really nice because obviously, out of all the members, you usually hear that J-Hope and Jin are usually the least liked members.
But they seem to be one of them.
J-Hope got so many screams, I
Probably
swear.
From me.
But even just before this concert started, everyone was literally just going J-Hope.
Yeah, whenever it came up on screen or anything, it was like.
But then Jin started, and everyone I think Jin had the most reaction from his song because everyone started singing it. I'm the one that she loves.
I think it was so good though.
Yeah, I'm surprised my makeup actually stayed on my face. After that, I was like, oh my god, no. But Jin had such a good reaction for his song, and then his high notes.
Yeah. Oh my god, they were breathtaking.
That's what hit me hardest. That's what hit me hardest.
Jin is definition of worldwide handsome, and so is his vocals.
Worldwide singer. But literally a lot of, back in the day as well, everyone would be like, oh, Jin's not that good of a singer, and say oh, he shouldn't be in a group with 3 amazing singers being V and Jungkook and Jimin and all that. If you've heard him live, right, beautiful. I love Jin, right? Jin's voice
is immaculate. Is that the right word?
I don't
Wonderful.
know.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
So
Or docious-ali-expiastic-fragicalirupus. That's going a bit too far, don't you think?
anyway, so Jin's high note was amazing. Jin, beautiful,
wonderful,
amazing. He had slicked back hair as well. By this point,
suddenly his hair changed.
And then I was like, I don't appreciate this, but I also appreciate this. But
We love Jin.
Kim Sok Jin. But oh yeah, at the very start as well, he literally goes.
And at
As
the
you do.
very end.
But yeah, so Euphoria made me cry, and just hearing all the fans sing it as well, it was just like, oh my god. Okay. You got the full video of this one.
Truth Untold.
That also still made me, after crying at Jin's, that also made me cry.
It was so good though. All their vocals were amazing.
There was a point, in the Truth Untold, you don't really hear, any, high kind of things from V or anything. But then, there was this point where he was just singing, and he goes, obviously better than what that was. But, yeah, it was literally just before someone else started singing. I think it was, Jungkook or Jin. And, literally, everyone was like, wow!
And Jimin's high note at the end. Holy.
I knew he could sing, right? But like,
Whoa.
that song's one of my favorites, and I think it will be now for like a while because after hearing it live, it's just beautiful.
It is one of my favorite songs. I was so happy to hear that it was being played.
And then Tear happened, and that was hype.
Awesome.
Cause the rappers are beautiful, and like Suga came over to us a lot, and I was like, Suga! I'm a mess. But like they actually looked over to like where we were a lot. Like I'm not saying obviously they were looking at us, but like they did look
looking at
over.
us.
Yeah, they totally looked at us. But like they literally like were just like sorry thing. Like they were just like looking over at us and whatnot a lot, at least over at our section. But like there was a lot of times where there would literally be gaps, and everywhere they would look, they were pretty much looking kind of where we were pretty much. So it was like, hi. Which we will tell you some interesting things like later on. But so like we were just, yeah, so Tier is hyped. And RM's stuff that he does during that song is, I love it. Then Mic Drop happened, which I heard they didn't do it completely last time.
The music stopped. On
Or
Tuesday.
no, it was. I think it was. It stopped because it was the wrong one. They were supposed to play the Steve Aoki version, but they obviously got it wrong. So BTS were like, "Bye," and then like went down because they were like, "Nope."
I just heard that the music had stopped and they got a bit confused.
Oh, I heard different.
And so they had to leave because...
I heard different. But like they never came back and performed it again. But we saw it, so I was like, "Hey." Yeah, so Mic Drop was really cool, and I was just like, "Bum, bum, 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 bum." And it was like, I love it so much. Yes, bruh. So then they did
Army Time.
wait, no, but they like disappeared for ages.
That's because it was going to be like their encore.
But
So-
like they usually, I'm pretty sure they would usually do like a speech and then do the encore,
Yeah, but BTS
They just
is
disappeared.
different.
and then they just kind of went, "Somebody call me right one."
Stop.
Army
Time.
So they did So What, and I was like, oh my god, I love this song. There were so many songs that I really loved in this concert list. But So What was really good to see live. It literally sounds the same as the studio version. Did you hear that? But it literally sounds like the studio version. Like, I'm not even kidding. But there was a point, like, when the last, I think it was Mic Drop. When Mic Drop had finished, they literally just left Jungkook up there. So we were just sitting there like,
What's going on?
is he just gonna, okay, he's just gonna sit
leave
there.
him
Because he was on a platform thing which was being moved by people, so he was just literally sitting there like, hi. Like obviously he was like turned around, and then you could just see him like I'm bored here. But you know, who cares about Jungkook? We do. Just putting that out there, we do. But yeah, so then what if you are Batman? So that came on, and I was literally like, the bone is out of Bangda. And then that was fun. That was really fun to listen to. Amperman is a really good song, and I really love it. And then the ending came on, and it was Love Myself, and it was just like,
That was a great song to end on.
yeah. It was like, it's really beautiful because you see like everyone's light sticks going all like different colors. Like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for you guys. So basically, you have an app, right? And it's called like BTS official light stick version 3, I think it's called. And once you've connected, you go down the way, and once you've connected it to your phone on Bluetooth, then you literally scroll around and it goes different colors. So this is kind of what was happening at the concert, but it was linked to the stadium, and it was going different colors depending on where you were, pretty much. So, yeah. Put it on Jin's. J-Hope. Oh, it's blue.
Yeah, but it's in green.
Put it over. Up. There you go. Love Myself, sorry. Love Myself came on. It was just a really cute song. Like, I love. But also, like, they kept shooting up confetti, but with, like, the pink background as well. It was like, oh,
It was
I
so
love
cute.
this.
Oh, guys, listen.
But, yeah, it was, like, really fun. But during Love Myself, some stuff happened. Not bad stuff, fun stuff. So,
I was just like, wait, what happened again?
so, you want to say yours?
I got a love heart from J-Hope.
So, wait,
So now I'm moving to South Korea and getting married.
So basically,
kidding.
like, where we were, obviously, it's probably hard to see where we, like, who we are, or whatever. Like, obviously, we probably know, like, we know, like, it was probably not at us, but for the
It's
term,
fun to imagine.
yeah, like, for us, it's great. So, she got a lot, like, she did this.
It was just, no, I did that. It was like,
Oh,
it was just
yeah.
kind of like perfect timing, and I
Uh-huh.
did that, and he was something, woo!
Yeah, like, he literally, like, it was literally 2 seconds after she did that, and he just went, and it was like,
It's like,
whoa. I got it on
connection
video,
here,
actually.
guys,
I got it on video.
connection.
But then the funny thing that happened was, I think she got it on video. I was doing this, obviously, like, doing this, like, to whoever came over. And the perfect thing was Jimin was looking right to where I was, pretty much. And there was, like, a U-shape sort of thing. So, like, we could see each other through this, like, kind of tunnel type thing. Because there was literally no one in between from where we were looking at each other. And just the perfect timing, when I did this, he just goes, but like he also kind of like stretched up a little bit and was like, and I was like, but like we both looked at each other like, whoa, like did you see that? What? And it was just like, oh. So we're just gonna say that we got Jimin and J-Hope. What did V do?
He literally just stood and stared.
Yeah, like he was just
with
like,
the goofiest face ever. It wasn't even a face like that. It was like his mouth wide open, like.
he's so cute when he smiles.
It was so
Right.
funny. Just the
Um,
fact that he was still it.
No, but like when I first saw V for like the first time, I was like, and then, you know, he started smiling like non-stop, and I was like, oh my god, he's so cute. No, in a video, I'm gonna put it after this. in a video, I think it's during the thank you speeches, I literally go, "Oh my god, he's so cute!"
Now I am here at the streets.
Oh god, I lost myself so much. But yeah, so V was just like, and he was kind of giving like people little waves and stuff as well. And then Suga was pretty much like a kind of general fan wave as well. So we're just gonna be like, yeah, we got V and Suga as well. But it was really perfect timing for what happened for me and Jimin. So we're gonna get married now. But like, it just seems really weird in the fact that there was literally so much space in between where we are obviously standing, and since they're up on the stage as well, they're obviously gonna see more people. So, like, let's just hope, bro. Like, he might have seen my light stick, he might have been like, "Oh, hi!" Cries. But yeah, so that's, like, after we got out, like, we literally, like, ran out of the stadium because we were like, okay, everyone's gonna cramp up.
Yeah,
So
everyone's gonna start cramping up. Let's run.
So we just got on the train, like the next train that was there, and then walked.
The right train that was there.
And then we walked obviously to our hotel, got into bed, and yeah, kind of got home.
Forgot the thank you speeches.
Oh damn, yeah! Whoops! So okay, who was first?
Suga. Suga! It was Suga, because Namjoon started, and then that's when he started doing an English accent. English accent.
English.
And he was like going, "Oh, I like to drink tea, and I like it to take it with milk and sugar." So obviously Suga came up with knuckle dusters on, like saying Suga on it. And so he did his thank you speeches and everything. It was just like,
Yeah, he was
it was
saying
like-
it in Korean and then someone was translating it.
and it was really sweet and blah blah blah. And then it went on to J-Hope.
I thought it was V.
No, it was J-Hope and then V.
Oh.
And like J-Hope is so sweet. Like
J-Hope.
there was one point he was like saying that he was so shy and everything. He was like, "'Cause it's our last day," and everyone went, "Oh," and so he went, "Oh."
I felt shy because today is last day.
Yeah, he literally copied everyone. I was like, "Oh," and he just, "Oh." I was like, oh my god. I caught it all on video.
And then V's thank you speech. That's where Holly, you can hear Holly going.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so cute! Ah!
Honest to God.
No,
it
like,
was so
what did he say? It was like he...
talking about how he'd seen London in movies all his life.
And then he... was it him? Oh! There was a point as well, I don't think it was the thank you speeches, but Suga literally said, "You're all so bloody beautiful," or something like, or "You're
Bloody
also
hot.
bloody hot." And I was like...
Bloody hell.
And then, okay, so yeah, V was like, V was just speaking, being like,
adorable.
like, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I've seen London in movies all my life, and I'm so happy to be here, and I want to come back again."
I really, 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 really love London. I saw London in movies all my life. Now I am here and the streets are beautiful, the buildings are beautiful, and our armies are beautiful.
And I was like, "He's so cute." But like that smile he just had on the whole time, and I was like,
No, I think it was Jimin.
yeah, I think it was Jimin. I can't remember what he said though.
He said that we're all lovely.
Oh yeah. He was like, "You're also like." I thought he was gonna say like, I don't
We're
know.
all so amazing or something.
Yeah, amazing or nice or beautiful or something like that. But he was like, "You are also lovely."
This is our first meeting with our armies in Europe. And it was so lovely. You're so lovely, I'm so lovely, we're so lovely.
And that was just like, And they just kept saying, "You're all lovely, I love," like just stuff like that with the word "lovely" after every single like sentence, and it was like, and I'm pretty sure you can hear me in my video going, "Oh!"
So cute.
And then Jin
Decides, that he's coming back as Harry Potter.
yeah. Jin also said that he wants to come back next year or whenever they're coming back, like whenever. He was just like, I want to come back again!
해리포터를 따라해볼까? Then, for next year, I want to be pretend as a Harry Potter.
Oh but he had his translated as well. But he said he wants to come back as Harry Potter, and then Namjoon just goes, "Shut up, Malfoy." Obviously relating to the V Live that he did a while back, where and literally I'm pretty sure he saw it. Someone had a sign that said, "Namjoon, do an English accent," and I'm pretty sure he saw it, so he wanted to do it. I swear. And then someone, like the same person, had a sign that said, Namjoon for president. And then Jungkook was saying that he felt sad because he couldn't perform completely, and since it's obviously their first time here, he was like, "Love ya!"
하고 왔었는데 이렇게 갑작스러운 일이 생겨가지고 좀 솔직히 많이 아쉬워요.
I expected quite a lot of things to be in London, to do a lot of, to show a lot of things to you guys, but I feel a little bit ashamed because of the injury.
But
it seems a lot better than this.
yeah. But everyone was like, and everyone started chanting his name, being like, John Cook, John Cook, John Cook. John Cook, John Cook.
Yeah, to make him feel better, because
And
he
was
said
like,
he was disappointed and he was embarrassed that he couldn't do it.
Yeah. But
So
everyone
we all
started chanting.
decided to make him feel better.
And he smiled. Which I think was like one of the biggest smiles I'd seen that night
Yeah.
from him. Like one of few. Because I think he just felt really like upset that he couldn't do anything. And it was just like But
And then
we loved him either way. Then Namjoon or Aim. Yeah, he was saying like, we want to come. Oh, he said like London inspired him so much that maybe they should make a song title with London in it.
Fall in love with the city and the people and the scenery in the streets, and it inspired me a lot. So maybe someday we can expect some songs the title called London.
And so obviously everyone was like, oh my god!
London's calling.
So it was fun for that, and we were like, yo, Namjoon, come to Scotland.
I feel even more inspired.
Imagine having just bagpipes in the background.
And Iron Blue.
But yeah, so all of that happened, and then obviously after the concert ended, we literally just ran out of there and then got home and went to bed. But because of the whole O2 thing, we had nothing to eat the whole day, so we were literally hungry, and we hadn't eaten until this morning.
So we pretty much gone all day yesterday
Without food. We'd ate like 2 small things and that was it. But, so, the whole concert was amazing. I'm really happy I got to see them. I'm still kind of sad that we obviously didn't get to stay where we were, but maybe next time, who knows. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I know this was probably really, really messy. Because obviously we were just like, yeah, this song played, then this song played. Oh, and then this song played. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got to rant with us on what happened at the O2 as well. If you went to the O2 on the Tuesday or Wednesday, then let me know, and then like maybe you can like message me and like send me your videos just to be like, yo, this was where I was and all this stuff. But yeah, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I hope you look at my other videos and all that stuff. But yeah, so bye!
You're like a fire. You're like a fire.